Saturday the 17th of June 2023. I'm here at Itching Country Park again, and it's about 7:45 in the morning, and we're just starting to do setups. I've got me bag of cones and mini cones and ribbon and all that, and then with me is Lewis, is the run director. There's Dave and Jonathan. So we're doing the setup this morning. So as those of you who know, it's a single loop, but it's quite twisty and technical, so there's lots of places where we need to put cones down to direct the runners. I mean, we still have a lot of marshals, and normally over 8 marshals as well out on the course, let alone kind of start finish and things like that. So there's quite a lot to do for setup, which is why we get here so early. So I thought we'd have a look at this setup this morning, just to give you an impression of what's involved, and hopefully get other people involved in that as well. So that's the normally very muddy bit into the woods. So you can see I've just laid out the cones here to guide runners just around that corner. As I said, that kind of left-hand bend. The forest section, as I've mentioned, it's just off about the 3.5k mark now. You can see these bits get very boggy. Normally they've just about dried out now through here. So I'm now going to put the cones in, going down the hill through the forest section to what quite often gets called Claire's Corner, because Claire normally stands on the corner and directs people round. You see there, that goes down to that left-hand turn, again on the corner. So we've just got these cones to keep people on that path going down the hill. Okay, so that's that section done. So I'm walking now the opposite way to which the runners will come at it. So they'll come at it through there, go around that right-hand corner and heading towards the finish. Little bridge section with the cones placed out. So that crossover there, that little crossroads, we just want to make sure people carry straight on and don't dive down either of the side avenues. Okay, that's that section done. See the ribbon up here just guiding people around through this complex of trees. Now I'm just going to put some cones on some of these little side paths just to make sure people don't go wandering down them. I think I might go back. We sometimes put an arrow on that corner, so I'll go back and grab that. But you can see the Go Ape area now. Some of it's kind of well sectioned off, but others it's a lot more open. So again, we need lots of cones for this course. So that's my bit complete. So I'll head back and check in with Lewis, the run director. And here you can see up ahead, I'm not sure whether Dave or Jonathan did this section today, but you can see that's all laid out around there, across the bridge as well into the back section. So now what I'm going to do is just wander back, check in, see if there's anything else that needs doing. Partners in the field every week, even through the winter as well, so they're always there doing their strength exercises very diligently. I think the odd park runner does that and then does the park run, but mostly we're 2 different groups, because it's quite hard going to do that and then do a 5k on top. There you can see number 1 has been laid out. I think Lewis did that this morning, and the other guys. So that's just guiding people around the very first little loop of the field before they disappear into the woods. Gathering now, the setup's pretty much almost done. I think just the finishing funnel to do, and all the other volunteers are starting to gather now as well. This is Donna, who's doing the first timers briefing this morning. Everybody, quite a lot of first timers, so these will be people who've never run Itching before, but also some people who are going to do their very first park run.
Welcome to Itching Valley. I'm guessing a lot of first timers. What happens a lot, we get a lot of first timers. I guess a few people are here for the eye. Quite often.
Everybody comes for the alphabet. Trying to do the alphabet and eyes are quite rare. There's Lewis just taking marshals through all their positions. You get a little badge and a walkie-talkie, so you know where your position is and how to keep in touch with them.
So it's really easy to help. If you want to help, if you want to try, just send us an email and we will put you somewhere and doing something that is fun and it's easy and will help a lot of people. Apart from that, yes, I can see some under 11s. Under 11s, they need to be running with a responsible adult all the time, if you can find someone. Oh yes.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, I see it there.
Yes. Everybody at the start. All the... Good morning. Are you feeling full of life today? Yeah, around. All right, I'll see you around. There's an amazing lady who walks around with sticks and does a really excellent job. It only takes about an hour and a half or so to do it. And we have our wonderful park walkers from Oz. This is from Perth today. So which park runs have you been to while you've been here?
Just here in Fareham.
Oh, in Fareham, yeah. So that's a nice little out and back along the river, isn't it? And by the golf course.
Very rocky. Very hard.
Yes, it is. Yeah, this is now pretty rocky, but normally it's so soft as well because of the mud, and you'll see sections where the mud's all kind of dried up. But during the winter, it makes it a little bit more fun. There's Pete in position. Morning, Pete. See you in a little while. Crew. And we'll see them in a little while as well when we come to the finish. Hiya, thanks again. Yeah, they're checking in with Grandpa. So that was Julie and Kim. They were the park walkers, and the park walking initiative I think was introduced last year, and again it's just to encourage everybody to come along, whether you can run, whether you can walk. At the 2k mark now, here's the Cowbell Crossroads in good old Polski with the prod rock on and the cowbells. All right, how you doing? Yeah. Good. See you in a second. Yeah. The runners coming through on this flick round station. Good morning. All right. So here we go. So we'll come back round there. We'll go past Polski first, and then we'll come back through that section and follow where those runners were going. Okay. Of course, dogs can come along, but they've got to be on a handheld lead rather than on a waist lead. So all the dogs get very excited at the start. There's always yapping, as you could hear. There's another. They're wonderful volunteers. All right. Thanks again. So we take a left turn towards the reservoir. That's what's actually housed in that enormous shed. There we go. Thanks again. Cheers. That's one of the sections you can probably tell that it's very muddy during the winter. There's that path that's been laid there. We can't use that as park runners, otherwise we'd muck it up. This is an important cone, this one, in setup. Make sure people don't impale themselves on the fence there. So we come around again where the runners were passing us a little bit earlier, and we head right again. All right, thanks again. All right. Okay, so now we are 2.8k. All arrows. So we're just coming out of the, you'll recognise where we are in a moment. There's our wonderful marshal. Thanks again. Here we go, around the corner and off into the forest section. There's our ID for the day. It's Louis. All right, not far to go now. Well, another 2k. So you can see where people are finishing at the finishing funnel. There's Pete keeping really busy. So now you'll recognise the section, this forest section the last just under 2k, the bit that I set up early, and hopefully it worked today and nobody got lost. Morning. It's another one of our amazing volunteers. Thanks again. Everybody been all right today? Yeah, all safe. Great stuff. So got about just over 1.5k, so it's about a mile from here. So midway through the forest section. Another one of our great volunteers. Good morning. Thank you again. Doing a good job. So a sharp left-hand turn, and we're within the last kilometre of the course now. Volunteers doing a great job. Fantastic. Over the bridge. Thanks again. Well, last bit. Cheers. There's the go rope. The instructors setting up to do the rope slide. They are putting the nets up and everything for people for later. Hey, one of the last arrows. This is on the course. You saw me putting this in earlier. So we take a right here, and it's just about half a kilometre, about 500 metres now to the finish. There we see underneath the bench there is one of the orienteering flags. So there is actually a permanent orienteering course here. That last section of ribbon. Now I'll just turn where I put the little cones earlier, and then that's pretty much it, all the way to the finish line. And there's Pete, seen Pete for the third and last time. Thanks again, Pete. See you in a minute in the cafe. Oh yeah. So there's the finishing funnel up there, coming into the finish. There's Donna, Jonathan and Jay on the finishing line, coming to greet us all home. Thanks guys, thanks again. Cheers, thanks Jay. Okay, 168. So that's not bad at all. And did that in 49:39, so I got under the 50 minutes. I'm just being reprimanded because Deb thought she saw me running. I wasn't really, I was just gathering pace when I saw Pete. Just hopped a little bit for a moment. Anyway, so that's a nice warm day. It's cloudy actually today. We've had a spell of about 6 weeks without rain, and that might change tonight or tomorrow with thunderstorms due in. But they said that last weekend and they skipped us and went into the Midlands. So yeah, I'll go and get myself scanned in a second, and that means my result can then be put up with everybody else's on the event site. Okay, so I've got mine on the watch. I've got my barcode, so I'll now go and get scanned. So it works. Great stuff. Right, thanks, Debs. There's brilliant volunteers starting to tidy up all the cones and bring those all back in. And here's our wonderful tail walkers looking after everybody, and from fastest to slowest. How you doing, guys? All right? Yeah. Into the last bit now. Brilliant job. So they do a great job sitting there just making sure everybody's happy and safe and looked after. Go with the sorting, so not only obviously the tokens get given out at the finish, and then they've got to be sorted back into order for use next week. So everybody, there's Donna still and Jonathan still on the finish line waiting for the last few finishes. Woodland Cafe, go and get me cappuccino and a sausage bap, actually a vegan sausage bap in my case. Okay.